World. I know you guys have seen the hats, but for this video, I want to talk about how people artificially put barriers in front of their goals, specifically money in front of their goals. So what I found in my short career of 35 years is that when you have a goal, if you set that goal and you focus on the object of the goal as opposed to the money, you'll usually get the goal faster. And I've seen this again and again and again. For example, businesses that come to me and they're like, you know, they have a checklist, basically, a checklist of things that they want to buy to start their business, right? And usually the checklist is something like, I need lease space, or I need equipment, or I need this vehicle, or this piece of machinery, or this software, or these employees for this, right? And what they do is they add it up and they quantify it into a number, right? They quantify it into a number. And what happens here is that instead of chasing the goal, they chase the money. So, for example, and I've seen this not work for people, and I've experienced it myself, work for myself. So, for example, when I was focused on getting a team together at Homescape LLC, my holding company, I was, unbeknownst to me, right? I didn't do this purposely, but I was focused on just getting the team members. I didn't say to myself, oh, I need 60,000 for this guy, 60,000 for this guy, 60,000 for this guy, right? I was just said to myself, I need 5 guys, and I need a team. So by the end of law school, I had formed a team. I wasn't paying them, but they were actively involved at the time, right? Same thing with like my website design, right? I've experienced this where I say to myself, or I said to myself back in 2009, you know, and I added up, I got all these quotes. I did exactly what a lot of people did, except the only difference I remember is that I told myself, I'm going to build these websites, as opposed to saying I'm going to have somebody else build it. And if you look at my other videos, you know how important I think it is, the way you talk about things, right? But anyway, my point is that, like I said, most people put this barrier in front of money. If you're going on a vacation and you say you want to go to Paris, you know, you'll say, most people will go and just look up the prices, right? And you say, well, I need $3,000, as opposed to saying, well, I need to get there and I need to be able to stay somewhere when I'm there, because there's other ways to stay somewhere than just a hotel or the way you look it up. My point is that when you're goal setting, focus on the goal, focus on the object of the goal. Don't focus on the money it takes to get there. That's irrelevant. At the Think Tank 1, we're throwing the Think Tank 2 Mastermind, but the Think Tank Mastermind 1, we learned that you can walk into real estate deals for free, right? This guy accumulated a big real estate portfolio for free because he walked into bankrupt properties and they gave him a percentage of the real estate. But that's not for this video. The point is that if he kept saying to himself, I want real estate, and you know, he went and priced the buildings that he got deals in, he'd be talking about millions of dollars, and he didn't have that, and he wasn't focused on that. He wasn't focused on getting the money for the real estate. He was focused on getting the real estate. So by being focused on getting the real estate, he wasn't walking into banks because he thought he needed the money, right? He was walking to real estate, and by walking to real estate, you know, you find the owner, and then you work out the deal with the owner, right? That's what he did. My point again is that most people put this false barrier in front of their goals, and usually it's money. And if you just focus on getting the goal, if you just focus on, you know, what the actual goal is, you'll get that quicker, and you'll find that there's alternative means to get that than to trade money for it, right? There'll be other things that you can trade for that, or other ways to do it that you weren't even thinking about because you were so focused. So here's another one. A lot of people, they'll say, I want to have a business, I want to have a successful business, right? But they'll put barriers. They won't do marketing, or they'll omit some action because they feel like they need money. So, for example, they say, well, I need a budget of $20,000, $30,000 to do XYZ marketing. Meanwhile, there's alternatives out there. But because they were focused on getting the money as opposed to saying, I just need to get my name out there, right? You hear the difference in, I need to spend $30,000 on marketing, or I need to do it this way, as opposed to saying what you actually need, which is, I need people to know my name. I need people to know my business name out there. So don't put false barriers. You know, be conscious of when you're making goals and when you're setting goals, that you're not putting these false barriers in front of you, and that you're actually focused on the goal. More importantly, that's really the most important thing, is focus on the goal, not on the money it takes to accomplish the goal. Focus on the goal, become obsessed with that goal, And I guarantee you, man, it's going to come to fruition. I guarantee it. I guarantee it, my man. My women. Hope you guys are rocking. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. My name is Nicholas Coriano. If you like what you heard, subscribe. If not, start the conversation below. And dislike the video, man. I don't care. Check out my websites. All the links are below. Hope you guys are rocking, man. Peace out.